everyone, this is Bami. How you all doing? Today is Tuesday, the 27th of June 2017. Can you believe it? We're nearly at the halfway point of the year. If we're going to achieve, if you and I are going to achieve all of the things that we've set out to do for this year, it is very important for us to build our internal reserves. So that's the theme I'm going to be continuing on today from last week. So today I'm going to talk about two things. Number one, dealing with negative self-talk and self-limiting beliefs. Number two, avoiding the pitfall of comparison. So first thing, dealing with negative self-talk and avoiding the pitfall of comparison. So a lot of us, even when we present outwards as confident, as vibrant, as knowing exactly what we want to do, and what we're about, deep down we have negative self-belief. Sometimes we have negative thoughts, negative self-talk, the things that we tell ourselves that we cannot do. And as a result of that, we talk ourselves out of the success that is ours. We talk ourselves out of accomplishing our goals. So, a very quick tip for avoiding the negative self-talk, of dealing with negative self-talk, is number one, to actually recognize it for what it is. Because what you don't recognize, what you don't acknowledge, you are not able to confront and you're not able to deal with. So, first things first, recognize when you are giving yourself negative self-talk, when you're saying negative things about yourself, when you're saying, I can't, I am not able, I do not have enough, I am not that person, I am not this, I am not that. Recognize those thoughts, recognize those things that you say about yourself that are negative, that limit you, that are disempowering. And what I will suggest to you is, for every negative statement you say about yourself, you think about yourself, replace them. Replace them with positive ones. So if you say, I can't, replace I can't with I can. If you say, I will not, replace that with I will. If you say, I am not enough, replace that with I am enough. Because for as long as you cannot talk positively about yourself, you will be limited in what you can do. You will be limited in your progress, because as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So the way we think about ourselves is how we are. So that's the first thing. The second thing now is to avoid the pitfall of comparison. We do it all the time. We have people we look up to. We have people we admire. We have people who are like doing amazing things that are wowing us. But we have to be careful not to compare ourselves with others. For every single person you see that is succeeding and doing something better than you are, number one, they're not you. You are not them. So comparing yourself to any other person is doing yourself a disservice, number one. Number two, comparing yourself to somebody else is disempowering yourself, because what you're doing when you're comparing yourself to somebody else is more or less saying that the excellent skills that you have, that those are not worth anything, that those don't amount to much, which is false, which is a falsehood. So going into this week, I want to challenge, encourage, and inspire you. Do not compare yourself to any other person. The only comparison you should make is comparing yourself to yesterday's version of you and being determined to be a better version of yesterday's version of you. But do not compare yourself to any other person, because you are unique, you are special, you were created the way you are for just the way you are, for your purpose, for your design, for your goals. Nobody else can walk in those your shoes like you do. Nobody else can tell your story the way you can. Nobody else can spread your message the way you can. And of course, the second thing is dealing with negative self-talk. So accepting that you have negative self-talk, and then confronting the negative self-talk and dealing with it. So replacing I cannot with I can, because you can. You have come too far to give up. You have come too far to be crushed. And the way you think is the way you are. I hope that has encouraged somebody, and I hope that would encourage you going into the second half of this year determined to excel, determined to do that which you have been called to do, because you are enough. You can, and you have what it takes. I hope that's helped somebody today, and I hope that's inspired you. Until the next time, be inspired to sow. Bye.